Human behaviour lends itself to mathematical treatment. After all, what lies at the heart of every living thing is not a fire, not warm breath, not a spark of life. It is information, words and instructions.
This installation and artwork is called Zero Sum, and it's partly a mini archive of people's experiences who work in software-controlled environments. So things like distribution centres, call centres, the places where software really is very important in the working of that environment. And the archive is based on interviews that I made with people in 2015. It explores how they don't really have decision-making power and agency in the environments, and how much of the time their actions in the workplace are controlled by the software. And the other part of the installation is that you also, when you sit down, you take part in a game or a simulation that looks like a game. And the simulation is of a game theory social dilemma. Game theory was originally developed in 1944 by a mathematician, John von Neumann, and then has really been used extensively in strategic planning and economics since.
Let's examine the choices that you made and the strategies that you chose. We might think of a strategy as a complete plan of action that describes what a participant will do under all possible circumstances.
And in this scenario, which is set up a little bit like a focus group, you are asked to make a set of decisions. And the decisions are essentially predicted by the structure of the dilemma that the narrator or the moderator, who you see on the screen here, explains to you. And much like the software environments, when you take part in this, you don't really actually have any choice. You feel initially like you have some choice, but actually you realize quite quickly that the outcomes are finite and pretty much decided for you. In economics, the free rider's dilemma is really very prevalent and still taught in kind of classic economics and in classic economics textbooks. And essentially what it does is it models the human and the human behavior as being, first of all, rational, so that you don't make decisions that are emotional, which of course we all know is not the case, and that you will only act in self-interest. So you will only act to benefit yourself. You won't act just out of altruism or for any other reason than self-interest.
By knowing what a person says, we can know who they are. By knowing what somebody is, it becomes easier to predict what exactly they'll do in the future.